Yeah, another weekly episode of 56 plus 1 Live. Eric, how's it going?
It's going. Today was a pretty easy day for me.
Yeah. And we got a special guest today. We've got Ivars from, where are you from there, buddy?
I'm from Latvia.
Nice. Well, welcome to the show. So usually we just do a check-in during the week. So Thursday nights we record our podcast episodes for Spotify and Apple. And people were kind of interested in seeing the studio and what we were doing to set up. So we started going live. And then it just ended up, got a decent camera. Then we got good microphones and all that stuff. So figured since you were here, you'd want to get in and maybe we could put this video up on YouTube and you can show some of your Latvian friends, maybe your mom and dad,
Oh yeah,
your parents. So what are you doing here in the United States?
So I play hockey here.
Nice.
Up in New Hampshire.
Okay. So I know last year was your last year up there, right? That was your first year?
Yeah.
Last year was your first
First year in America. First year playing hockey outside of Latvia.
So how long have you been playing hockey for?
Since I was 4, so 14 years.
Wow. So you're pretty good.
I would say I'm pretty good.
Well, I saw you play the other day. You're very good.
Thank you.
So
Are you just being the usual rich and being nice to people? Or...
no, because I can do both. But like, if I give someone a compliment, usually it's sincere.
Yeah.
If I don't compliment you, it's because I either don't have anything nice to say or I just don't feel like being a dick. But, so yeah, so basically we've been hosting you for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and you will be going up to New Hampshire this weekend.
Yep.
And starting your season. So what happened? How did you end up getting brought over to the US? How did that all come about?
So since I was a kid, I wanted to play in America, but it was never in the books because it's so expensive here and
Right.
all that stuff. But then the team I play for right now, the assistant coach is from Latvia, and the coach I played for in Latvia knew the coach that is my coach here now.
Yep.
So they needed a player, and they texted me, and I said, yeah, definitely
Wow.
I'll go.
So your coach, sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No, I was gonna say, is that sponsored or how do you get?
Oh, no.
So
We have to pay for it.
right.
Yeah.
So they don't do any like fundraisers over in Latvia, like a GoFundMe or anything like that, to get certain kids like yourself involved in some sort of hosting a family or a family host to play hockey here.
I'm not sure. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
So
No, I was just
basically,
curious.
because your coach in Latvia picked you for a reason. I mean, they needed a player. They didn't say we want Ivars. They just said send me a player.
Yeah.
So you must be pretty damn good. You must be one of the best players on the team to get picked to come over.
You can't expect me to answer that.
Well, you don't have to answer that. I mean, that's how it works. So because of your skill, you were able to come over you started in New Hampshire. So how long did you spend in New Hampshire the last time you were here? 4 months?
It was 4 months. Then I had to go back for 2 weeks, and then it was 4 months again, so 8 months.
Wow. And when you got to New Hampshire, you'd never been to the United States before. This
Never.
last year was the first time. And what was your first impression? Where did you land? Did you fly into Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boston.
So you get off the airplane in Boston, you look around. What's your first thoughts?
It's so much more bigger. Definitely, the people are more friendly. That was the first thing I noticed.
Really?
You think the people are more friendly?
Yeah, definitely. Way
Wow.
more
Whoa.
friendly. Way more talkative and more friendly.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's because they talk more, I guess.
Yeah. So in
'Cause
Latvia, not a lot
no-
of conversation.
Like I would go to a store and someone would say hi. In Latvia, they wouldn't even look at your direction.
Really?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think that's from? I mean, what about like okay, in high school, how is the relationships there? Right? You're dating Liv, so you know how she interacts with people. How's that different from how you interact with people?
I mean,
Or Latvians interact with
yeah, I mean, it takes a while until you get comfortable with someone, obviously, but you don't go up and say hi usually to a random person.
So how is the dating scene in Latvia?
I wouldn't know.
Like how do you meet I mean, how do you meet that? How old are you?
18.
Okay, so how does another 18-year-old from Latvia meet I don't know, a future wife or a girlfriend or something of that nature?
I don't know. Guessing.
He said, I don't know.
I generally don't know. I mean, school, I guess.
So, I mean, you never really were on the dating scene at your age. You were pretty much concentrating on school and hockey. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a huge part of your life. So, yeah, as far as like, do you know how your parents met? Did they?
No, they didn't tell me.
No.
I think they met in school.
Okay, so they went to school together. And
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
I'm
get a
pretty
feel
sure,
for
yeah.
what this is like because it's so far out of the norm from how, well, even today's America's out of the norm from how
Sure.
we were dating at our age group. But I just find it so you didn't have any girlfriends in
No.
Does is it are you just an outlier on that, or is that pretty common in the school systems? Like, let's say from ninth grade, 10th grade, or your whatever, freshman or senior year in high school, are there people dating people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
definitely.
you were just the just
Yeah,
wasn't. Okay.
It
all
wasn't
right.
working for me.
Oh, all right. All right. I was just curious from that perspective.
so you end up, you get off the plane in Logan, and you're just looking around. You think people are friendly, people are talkative. See, me being from the Northeast and traveling around the rest of the United States, I think people in the Northeast are assholes.
I think they are the hardest to
Right.
create a relationship.
And I say that jokingly. They have like, you call it the tough outer shell, but once you crack into that shell, then people are typically pretty genuine and sincere. But just an example, I was stationed in Idaho, and I'd never been out west. And I think I was in a Walmart or something. I'm walking out of the car, and this woman just, like, kind of beelines over to me, and she's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "Good. How are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm great." She goes, "Are you new in town?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "What the hell's going on? Am I getting scanned? Is someone gonna hit me over the head with a hammer?" Like, I'm looking around, and that's how people were. They really just wanted to come up and have a conversation with you. And I'm thinking to myself, that never happens back home, you know?
And the same experience. So I grew up military family, moving around a lot, primarily down south, and the culture shock up here is different as far as even meeting someone out at a local establishment, right? It's more confrontational than it is engaging or even friendly, for that matter.
Right. Everybody's on the defense, right?
Correct. But to your point, I can see that. So I've been here now 26 years. So I can see how it does take time. So people are a little bit more rigid as far as who's in their inner circle and whatnot. Whereas
Right.
down south, it's not that you're necessarily going to be brought into an inner circle, but it's just a lot friendlier,
Yeah, I think people are a little more welcoming.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And so in Latvia, it sounds like they're worse. If he's like, "Oh yeah, everybody's friendly up here in Connecticut." I just do think that's funny.
We had the conversation before, and I said the same thing to him. I'm like, "You think people are friendlier here than in Latvia?" But I've never been to Latvia, so. So for people who don't know, Latvia is borders with Russia. It borders Poland.
No.
So up in that same area, right?
It is. Yeah, it's one
And then
country away.
you're south of Scandinavia. So what's up there? Sweden,
Finland, Norway.
and Finland. So
yeah.
you're basically across the bay or whatever that is from Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So you're kind of up in that little corner. It's a small little country, not a lot of people,
Yeah. Really small.
and not very friendly.
Well, it's like, here when someone talks shit about you, you don't hear about it. They talk behind your back. Well, at least I noticed. But in Latvia, they'll just say it straight to your face.
Oh yeah,
So,
so
I mean,
they're honest people.
Yeah. I would say more honest. So
I'd prefer that.
yeah.
So, okay, your parents, what do they do for career paths?
So my dad, he sells like heat boilers and helps them fix all that. So you have heat in your house, basically.
Okay. So he's like a
Plumbing and
HVAC,
HVAC, yep.
Yeah, pretty much. And then my mom, she has her own business. She like print stuff on clothes, cups, or like designs on walls
Okay.
for people. And now, a few months ago, they bought a lingerie store. So now they own a lingerie store. So they're running that and their own business.
Okay.
So that's going pretty well.
Okay, that's an interesting genre of a store, I guess. It's so how is like our you say lingerie? I'm going and you spoke about it pretty freely. So are sexuality connotations or innuendos or anything? How's that taken in Latvia? Like, is it just pretty bland, or
Yeah.
is it more of a like taboo thing, or is it
Oh, I
or is
mean,
it more socially accepted?
I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't say it's accepted, definitely not.
Right.
But it's not like,
Taboo.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just more of an adult type of thing. So
People are, I look at society here in America nowadays, and there seems to be no morals, nothing left. I mean, the way people dress, the things people talk about, the social media aspect of it. I don't think you get a lot of that in Europe. I think people are a little more reserved and a little more, I don't know, have a little more self-respect, conservative.
Right.
So yeah, I understand.
so then
Yeah.
what do you do? Like if you're not out on a dating scene, do your friends do you hang out at certain places? I mean,
Yeah.
what's a
Go
day
to
in
the
life like?
mall, go bowling.
Okay. All right. So
Well,
there is you
yeah.
do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, most of my friends are from hockey, so we just practice together. So that's what takes up most of our time. But sometimes we go like play bowling, golf, whatever.
And so hockey for you, you've been playing it obviously since you're four. Is that most of the population or the people in Latvia? Do they play? Is it just like the sport in Latvia,
I'm
so to
pretty
speak?
sure it's like the most popular sport in Latvia.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like soccer, basketball, and hockey are like the three sports.
And
that
what about the language? Like, is it related to Russian, Ukrainian, or
it's there are some words like swear words. We use Russian
okay.
swear words, for example. But yeah, it's a combination. Like we have a neighboring country, Lithuania. I would say our language is pretty similar. Some words,
Okay.
but it's like our own language. We have a lot of Russians in Latvia, so we got to know how to speak Russian too.
Okay.
So
Well, you speak pretty good English, so I'm assuming you were raised with it.
not well. We have to learn in school. I can't remember from fourth grade. I'm pretty sure, but
Okay.
then we got to learn Russian too. Well, you can pick Russian or German, but
Interesting.
yeah.
German's hard. So I've been
the-
told. I don't know. I've never
Well, I
studied it.
didn't choose it, so I
I
wouldn't
would
know.
think Russian's hard. Like, do you know how to write in Russian? Can you read
Yeah,
Russian?
I can read Russian.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I look at. Have you ever looked at like the Russian words and just like,
they're
what
really-
the
Yeah,
is
I mean,
that?
you can't. I would say German and Russian are probably equally as difficult, but
Okay, I would. From my perspective, I would agree, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I can only speak English, and I can barely do that. So, but you speak three languages,
Well, I wouldn't say
two very fluently.
yeah.
And-
Russian, like I would understand what you say, but
Okay.
I would not be able to answer you.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But English seems to be very strong. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
would.
mean,
I wouldn't
like,
be able to tell you.
I
From
guess
Latvia.
watching all videos, YouTube, whatever.
Okay, and then your parents speak English.
Yeah.
Do they speak English every day, or?
Oh no.
So
I mean, they have like clients for their job that speak English that they have to speak English, but it's not like they speak it a lot.
So, all right, say something in your native tongue from I'm glad I came to America, or I'm in Connecticut and just want to say hi to my friends.
Es esmu ļoti priecīgs, ka es esmu Amerikā, Connecticutā. Sveiki visiem, kuri skatās.
Nice.
So you add the on the end. What does that mean? When you say Connecticut, I'm sure I
I guess it's
saw
like
that up.
we change the ends of words a lot, depending on the way you say it.
Okay.
It's really difficult.
And at 18 years old, now Rich and I, we're just men, and we look at this as you are an adult. How do your parents feel about you being here?
I mean, I'm sure they're very proud of me because I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, saying bye to me isn't easy, but they're happy for me. They're proud of me. So,
And so, how long are you here for on this time? And how long were you here last time?
well, I gotta be in the USA for until Christmas, and then I gotta leave for 2 weeks back to Latvia because of my visa,
Okay.
and then I can come back for another half year.
So you came here at the beginning of August, basically.
Yeah,
So you've already been here for almost
a month.
a month.
Yeah,
And then you're going to go back at Christmas time, and then you're coming back for another 4 months.
yeah. Well, yeah. Depends how
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hockey season goes, but
So you're kind of doing 8 months at a time with a 2 week break in between.
yeah,
It's a long time to be away from your family.
yeah, it is.
Do you think they're going to make it over here at some point? Maybe this next trip back?
I would hope so. I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Have they been here before?
No, never.
Okay. And so, while you're here, your parents haven't seen any of this. This is actually pretty good now that I'm putting it all together. Because when
Right.
you said we're going to bring Ivars on, I'm like, all right, we're going to bring a kid on and try to. I don't know how comfortable he's going to be, but you know what? I see a pretty good value out of this, right? So now your mom's going to be able to see, your dad's going to be able to say, hey, and I'm sure you've spoken with them about the family you're staying with, Rich
Yeah.
and Rihanna. How do they feel about that? They feel comfortable? They're
Yeah.
nervous? Or okay?
They've talked to Liv, obviously. I've talked about them. Very good. So they're
And so do
comfortable
you
with me
send
being here.
pictures and things like that back home?
I mean, I call them on FaceTime, so
Okay.
they know what I'm doing.
How often are you speaking with your parents?
Well, my dad calls me pretty much every day. I try to call my mom every 2 days.
Good.
So as much as I can. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes.
Your mom doesn't want to hear that.
No.
Well, that's because he's playing hockey with Rich, and it's actually Rich's fault. on
Yeah, we've been playing
Xbox or
Xbox
whatever.
hockey. Has been kicking my butt. I don't want to play anymore. So one thing that I did get him into is he likes fishing, right?
Yeah,
So
I
back in
love
Latvia, you did a lot of fishing, but never any bass fishing.
Nope.
So what do? We got you all set up with some bass gear and been out in the kayak quite a bit. And I think you're more addicted to fishing than I am.
I wouldn't say more than you, but I'm definitely addicted to fishing now.
well, is he going to be here this weekend?
He's leaving Saturday.
I don't know why I didn't think of this, but you should have. Well, you couldn't. right?
Yeah,
Last
I
week.
mean,
was
we had a
saying
lot going on.
Jump him on the boat. And
Yeah.
Just go out for.
No, I was thinking about that, but
So when are you coming back?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got invited for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So around
Well, what
that
are you
time.
doing tomorrow? After I
Working.
know, right? Depends on how your day goes. I'm just curious as to. So if you get out early, you want to put them on the boat. Come on down. and
probably not.
just- no.
My back is in rough shape.
I muscle through it.
He can go. You can take him tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to, you know what? I mean, that's fine. Just even jumping off the dock and showing you around the sound and the river and things like that. Just even for a ride, we can get a little bit of fishing in. But yeah, no, if we can take that experience and put that under your belt, I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that after the live if you want to
Yeah,
get him out there for a little bit.
I didn't even think about it, so I wasn't rude. I just, for whatever
No,
reason,
no.
didn't cry. But I didn't know how long you were here.
Yeah.
I know you're here, but I don't know
Oh,
when
it's
Liv's
it's
coming.
crossed my mind. It just hasn't. The schedule hasn't really worked out. But
So then, you're going back. I'm sorry. Did I lose track? You're going back in Thanksgiving, or you're coming back here
No,
at Thanksgiving?
I'm sure I would come back on Thanksgiving.
yeah, so he's going to stay with his host family in New Hampshire Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're giving him a ride back to New Hampshire. That's when his hockey season starts, and then he gets time off. So for those of you who don't know, Ivars dates my daughter. So the next time she comes down, obviously you'll be coming with her. So probably at Thanksgiving they'll spend some time with us, and we'll go up and watch a couple games. I think you got some games down in Rhode Island, I think.
I got one. I know I got one here in Connecticut.
So
Sometime in October.
yeah, we'll
I'm
see
pretty
you.
sure.
We'll see you
Yeah.
before you go home.
So you guys are driving back up on Saturday. So yeah, your weekend's booked out then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, that's just why I'm saying no. We can't do it.
Huh.
But
A little detail would have helped.
I don't want everybody to know everything I'm doing all the
They
time.
don't know. Nobody's even listening. I think there's one person on here.
Hey,
It's
Sean's
Ivars'
on.
moms.
So Sean Rector, good to see you there, buddy. So he said when we were talking about people being friendly out west, he said he had the similar circumstance out in Iowa. He said people were very welcoming. And sorry to hear about your friend. He said he just went to bury one of his buddies at the Veterans Cemetery. So it's terrible. Thank you for his service. It's all those people. It's important. So Ivars, when does your season start?
September 4th, we start training camp, which goes on for 2 weeks, which is like more training, get ready for the season. And I think our first game is on the September 25th. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like 3 weeks before your first real train or your first game.
Yeah.
And then do you play, is it Northeast teams or what is it? Is it teams from New Hampshire? Is it teams
It's
from
just
all
the
over
East
the
Coast.
East Coast?
Yeah.
So you got people that travel up to where you're playing and then your team will travel down or wherever. Do you guys play in Maine? Do you know?
We don't. Like, there's divisions. I don't think our division goes
Okay.
to Maine.
But you do. I know you guys probably have teams from Massachusetts coming up, probably
Yep.
from Vermont,
Yep.
Connecticut, Rhode Island.
Yes.
So you see a lot of different types of people, a lot of different types of players. What do you get? Some teams a little.
I mean, yeah, that's
That's the way it goes, right?
that's how hockey goes. I mean, a lot of chirping, a
Yeah.
lot of
Because
trash talking, all that stuff. And
so is it kind of like that in European hockey? Is it
No,
like
not
depending
at
on
all.
where the area that you're from is?
that's some way different. You don't get this much trash talk as you do in. That's just crazy.
So for the friendly country of America, you get a lot of chirping.
That is,
So there's a lot of mouthy
Yeah.
jerks.
Yep. You can call them that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. John Kennedy, hey, how's it going? He's got first day of school. Oh, coming back up. Tuesday, first day of school. It's that time. I guess the buses were out. I just heard on the radio today that I don't know, one of the bus drivers called into the news station and they were picking up kids and 3 people went in the breakdown lane and passed the bus on the right hand side somewhere up in Massachusetts. Like people are already losing their minds the first week of school. They can't wait to let kids get on the bus.
I'm obviously not defending it, but we've talked about this. It's like more people zone out, and I'll tell you what I'm guilty of is. Are you aware of the new law with these yellow signs for people crosswalk crossings?
I've seen the flashing lights, but
Yeah, you're supposed to stop. I didn't know that.
oh well. I mean, that's been isn't that the rule for a crosswalk even before the yellow? You're supposed to stop for people in crosswalks. They have
That's
the right
if
of
they're
way.
in the crosswalk.
Well, how does the light come on?
They push a button. I didn't even know. I just seen a light, and one time I was just like zip by, and I'm like, "What the hell are those people doing?" I was telling Tina about it. She's like, "You're supposed to stop for them, dummy." You know? And I'm like, "Why am I supposed to stop?" And she's like, "Well, that's a new law. I think it's a law that's been in effect for about a year."
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So if someone's waiting to cross, you're supposed to stop. I think the law was if
didn't
they
know
were
that.
in the crosswalk, you were supposed to stop.
That's what I thought. I mean, you're not supposed to hit pedestrians. I know that
don't-
much,
yeah, I
but
don't think
I
so.
didn't think that it was a traffic signal to tell you to stop. I always thought that people had to wait to cross the street, just like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
Look both ways, wait to cross the street, type of thing.
No, I think that did change because people were actually just stepping out in front of cars like last minute and getting hit because the law was the car was supposed to stop. And like some people just are not smart. Yeah, maybe you have the right of way, but you're not going to win against the car on your feet.
Well, right, but I mean that's to me that's self-evident.
Oh
That's-
yeah, well,
I just thought that you had to cross when it was safe to cross. Just like I can't just enter into the highway until it's safe to enter the highway. How does that any different in my mind than entering 291 from I'm sorry, 84 from 291 and just shooting straight over into the fast lane?
yeah,
You're supposed to stop for me?
no, you're supposed to yield.
Okay. And I'm supposed to yield for pedestrians, or a pedestrian is supposed to yield for me because I'm on the roadway?
Now you're supposed to yield for pedestrians.
I didn't know that.
Ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
I'm not saying that it is.
Well, they also passed a law that I really agree with is there's no more camping in the fast lane. If you're not
I
actively
agree with that
passing, then you need to be in the middle of the right lane. So these people that, get in the left lane and they impede traffic when they got a mile of cars behind them, they can get a ticket for that, which I love.
It's another thing to bring up with Ivars. Do you drive?
No, I don't. Because, well, you got to get your license. You can only get your license when you're 18 in Latvia.
Okay.
So when I first came here, I was 17. And then I wanted to get a license when I turned 18, but I didn't have enough time to get it in Latvia. So, I mean, my plan is to get it here. But if I get it here, I think I can only use the license in Latvia for like half a year or something like that, which would be technically perfect.
How would you get a license here and then drive in Latvia? Is it just a written test, you mean?
No, like an actual driving license.
But how do you get the license while you're here in America?
I'm pretty sure I can just get it. I know my one of my friends who plays here, who played here.
Yeah.
He got a license here. Well, and he even told me like
You mean in the state, like a
Yeah.
U.S. license? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. So you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
trying to get a Latvian license
no,
in
no, no,
America.
no,
That's what I'm
no,
like.
yeah,
How does
yeah,
that
yeah.
work? They just here you go, just give you a
No,
post-it
no.
note. So, cars expensive. Driving Latvia, how does that work? And
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same, but only thing I could say, we don't have trucks, which I found weird here. You guys have trucks, like every second car is like a truck.
Like a pickup truck,
Yeah.
like what I have. You're
yeah,
saying?
like what you have.
Okay.
We don't have them at all. Only some people who like work construction work or something like that.
Yeah, that's interesting. So most people have cars.
Yeah,
And what about public transportation? Do a lot of people use
Yeah.
public
we have a lot of public transportation.
trains,
lot of-
subways, buses?
Trains, buses.
And as far as a subway
Trolleys.
system, are you familiar with a subway,
I
like a
don't-
New York City subway
Yeah,
system?
I don't think we have a subway system.
No,
I don't think so. No,
but a lot of people take the bus and
Yep.
the trains.
I use the bus all the time.
Yeah.
For when my parents can't take me anywhere, you just take a bus. It'll pretty much take you anywhere.
And is it relatively safe to do so, or is it like
I
any
mean-
place? There's dangerous places, and
I mean,
there's
I would say it's safe,
yeah.
but it's just so unsanitary and disgusting sometimes.
Ooh.
that it's
yeah,
it's
it's that unsanitary.
I'm not sure if they even clean the buses. They could, but I'm
Ooh.
not sure. There's a lot of like homeless people going in there, drunk, like crawling out of the bus sometimes. but
Oh yeah.
Other than that, it's safe. I mean,
What about American food? What are your thoughts on that?
I would say it's more delicious. I wouldn't say it's definitely less healthy, but it's more delicious.
We put cocaine in our food.
So
So-
yeah, that's one thing you said is, if you go into, well, you kind of thought what America was is what you see on TV. And a lot of times you see big cities and you said there's a Taco Bell and a McDonald's on every corner and you can,
Yep.
but when you kind of get into the countryside, were you surprised by how much
Yeah.
land there is? And
I was very surprised by all the woods and all like the mountains. That's the last thing I expected.
Really?
so
Yeah.
when you wanted to come to America, you thought you were going to be going to a city.
Yeah, well, when I landed like in Boston, this is what I like. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
America. This is what I've seen on videos and TikTok, whatever. But then I went down to New Hampshire. I'm like, oh, this
And
is
Boston just goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would pass like the rink. What's it called? TD Garden.
Oh, in Boston? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. TD Garden. Yeah.
Yeah, I would pass that. I would pass the bridge. I'm like, whoa, this is like
Crazy.
amazing. And I would go in like to New Hampshire where I live, and I was like, oh, this is like way different. There's like not much going on.
Yeah, so like all of a sudden you start seeing the lights of the city dim down, and then it's street lights, and then there's nothing, and then it's dark,
Yep.
and now you're in the woods again.
Yep.
And even coming down towards Connecticut, I think a lot of people are surprised. Well, people that I grew up with, when they come down, my friends are like, they never wanted to go south of the New Hampshire border. So to come 2 states away, they're like, wow, Connecticut's really beautiful. There's a lot of farmland and nice roads, and it's quiet here. I'm like, yeah, it's not all the city, you know. People think Hartford, or people think Boston, or Chicago, or Los Angeles, that's America.
Yeah.
I mean, when you fly over the Mississippi River and you're in an airplane for 3 hours and you look down and all you see is cornfields, I mean, there's a lot of land, you know. It's a pretty big country. It's very vast, but there's also the big populated areas. So it was interesting to hear you say that you thought it was going to be city-like everywhere.
Yeah.
But the convenience, do you like the convenience?
Yeah.
Of
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Latvia, like, let's say you wanted to go to McDonald's at 1:00 in the morning. Can you do that? Is there places to do that?
I could. There's
So there's things open. There's grocery stores. It's not like old town Europe where everything just shuts down at 7 p.m. at night.
well, I don't think we have grocery stores. They close at like 10:30
Okay.
around there, but we have like gas stations open. Some McDonald's, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah.
you can go through the drive-through, but that's all.
And how about like nightclubs or like
I wouldn't know.
you don't know?
I've
Yeah.
never been to one.
So I know like Europe, when I was over in Europe, a lot of the nightclubs would stay open until 2:30, 3:00 in the morning. So it was, I don't know. I mean, in the cities, I guess that's common here, but like around where we're from, I think if things kind of shut down around what, 11, 12 o'clock, Eric? If you were to go to like a bar,
Oh,
Or 1:00 in the morning, 12:30?
Now, I mean, they used to be. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm always, at least from the last time that I've been bar hopping, I mean, I always thought it was 2 o'clock in the morning. 1:45 was last call.
So I was at my friend's house here, and it could have been like 2, 3 a.m. in Latvia. My parents called me on FaceTime when they're at a club.
oh,
So
so they stay open late.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a little different, but I have heard like in the city, like New York City, like some of the bigger
Yeah,
cities
it's
have
24 hours.
Yeah, these guys are out. Or Las Vegas, of course. I mean, you can get a beer at any hour of the day you want and grab a steak and whatever. I mean,
So is there something you want to see? Like, what is your next like desire to explore or see in America?
I mean, I would probably want to go to like what you call them, hyped up places like Los Angeles, California, like all those
You don't.
places. Like I know that's what I've heard now since
No,
I
you don't.
was talking about it. It's not very nice there.
No.
well,
It's
like anywhere though. I mean, I think
Right.
there's nice parts of the city. There's bad parts of the city. I mean, I generally think like the city of Boston, I think is a nice city, but I'm sure there's areas of the city that are not very nice, you know?
yeah. I'm just saying it's not like it's but to your point, yeah. There's
For
it's good and
tourists. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of cool things, you know, but so Stephanie says the bars close at 1:45.
bad. That's what I thought.
There we go. Thank you. So what do you think? Your ultimate goal is to do what? You're playing hockey. You're trying to get into a college now, right? You're looking for
Yeah, I mean, definitely you got to see what happens. Like, I'm sure I wouldn't play college hockey if I wouldn't get a scholarship because my family's not the richest family. So, only way I would play college is if I get a scholarship,
okay.
with a good scholarship. But if not, there's like all these junior leagues that could go high. Obviously, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go, but that's my goal pretty much.
So those leagues would be here in the United States as well, or are you talking about
Canada.
Europe,
Canada,
Canada?
USA.
Yeah. So I mean, I've seen you working out. I know you're committed. I mean, you're in the gym every day. You're running. You eat pretty good. You even played some pickup hockey here while you were staying with us. So I don't think working hard is a problem of yours.
Yeah.
It's just you got to get out there and hopefully you get picked up by one of these colleges
Yeah.
and you get a full ride. That'd be awesome,
That would
right?
be amazing.
So then the question in my mind is what if that doesn't happen? I mean, is your goal still to try to be here in the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a long talk with my parents, but I would want to move here. It's nice. I mean, like I said, the people, I like them more here. I mean, it's more beautiful. I, yeah.
So did you have a job over in Latvia
I would get like summer jobs with
doing?
my parents, my mom or dad.
Okay, all right, working underneath. them.
Yeah, because I had school at the time and I couldn't just, it was impossible.
So speaking of school, you have 1 year longer school in Latvia than we do in the U.S. Or you start 1 year later,
Yeah, we
right?
start a year
So you still do
later.
12 years of school. But so how does that work for you? You're here playing hockey. How are you doing your schooling? You have to be attending school somehow.
Yeah, so we do online school, which is the whole school is Latvian. It's in Latvia, and I do all the classes, like classes, tests I do here on a computer or a phone, whatever you like. And then this year we have the final exams, which I will have to go down to Latvia to do them there.
Okay.
But
So this is your graduation exams, you're saying, to graduate from school?
yeah,
So you have to take those in person.
yes.
And when you do them on the computer, are you doing is it like a live camera angle, or are you just doing a curriculum, or are you just following it at your own pace? How does that work?
It depends on the school. At my school, you can do everything your pace. You can,
Okay.
if you, for example, they made the school for everyone. For me, I can't listen to classes from like 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. So they record the classes and you can re-listen to them whenever you want.
Okay.
You can take the tests whenever you want. So it's
Could you do a whole year of school in 1 week if you wanted to? Is everything
mean,
available?
I would have to be really smart if,
But you
I
know what I'm
could.
saying.
Yeah.
Everything's already there.
Yeah.
So you just, if you wanted to take 3 days worth of classes in one day and you just wanted to work,
Yep.
you could do it all.
I could.
So what do you usually do?
Well, it's a
Don't
bad
say that you
habit.
didn't go to school.
It's a bad habit of mine, but I would like do everything last minute,
Okay.
which I'm gonna change this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just do everything last minute, and I would have to rush everything, and it was not good.
What is your strongest part of the curriculum? Math, writing, or English? What do you like the most, and what do you think your
I
strongest?
guess
point
English
is?
now. Yeah, I would say English.
We don't even like English.
Well,
It's almost impossible to pass.
yeah, it's definitely way easier in Latvian schools, but before that, it'd probably PE. I mean, that's kind of like easy.
Well, yeah, you're an athlete, so I
Yeah.
would imagine. Yeah, that's cool.
So, right now, in your this would be your senior year, right? So, what level of math are you guys working on? Is it trig, algebra, calculus?
Some sort of trigger. I think it is trigonometry.
Okay,
That's what we finished on. I'm pretty sure.
okay. I was just curious how that parallels with our education system, but I don't even think a lot of kids in ours are.
Yeah, I don't
trig is
know. I
up
mean,
there.
yeah, that's a pretty high course. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you look at the public education system nowadays. It's
I forget how many kids in Chicago couldn't even read and they were graduating them.
well, and then look at this COVID thing when kids weren't allowed to go to
that was
school,
horrible.
and
Right.
you're trying to learn a language. These elementary school kids, and they're wearing masks, and part of learning a language is being able to see someone's mouth and how they're forming words and how they're talking, and how do you teach that? And I did hear somewhere that kids were 2 and 3 years behind where they should be.
I
as
think
far as
further than that in a lot of instances. to be
yeah,
honest
maybe
with
so.
you. So, you brought up an interesting point. COVID. Well, that was 5 years ago now, so you'd have been 13. How was COVID over in Latvia?
I mean,
From what you could remember.
what I
anyways.
can remember. Well, we did school online for a while, and then it was like one day you go in school, one day online. Obviously we had to wear masks everywhere. I can't remember how it was for like hockey, for example. I think, what was it? I think we still had hockey, like practice, but there was like games who would cancel all of a sudden because someone was sick or.
Yeah.
I mean,
kind of, they were pretty strict about it. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
the things that happened here, I thought were out of control. Like, I just think it was a far
Way beyond,
overreach of any kind of authority that people thought they had over other people. But, what ended up happening is you couldn't even go to a doctor's office without wearing a mask. You're forced with, okay, I'm trying to get something for my health here. I'm not feeling well. I need a medication, but I can't go in and they won't even talk to me unless I'm wearing a mask.
Right.
You can't go into the grocery store unless you're wearing a mask. It was the things that they did to us it was disgusting.
It was outside of our bounds of our own constitutional law.
People in nursing homes, they're dying and their families couldn't come in and give them a goodbye or couldn't see them. They had to stand outside of a window because of social distancing.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad for us.
Yeah.
I could say that, but
That whole show was.
So that
It was a
right,
show.
right there, there's we're talking about a European country, and he just said it wasn't that bad for
Right.
us.
They had more freedoms than we did, which we're supposed to be the freest country in the world. Far from it.
So okay, so I just put two and two together here. So Liv was the first girl you dated.
yep.
How did you obviously met her online?
No, I met her at the ice rink.
Oh, that's right. When she was
Yeah.
working up there. Oh, I was going to say Tinder.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah. So anyway, we do have to record our. We're gonna do a couple episodes, so we kind of lost track of time. We didn't end up releasing an episode this past Monday, but we are going to record 2 episodes tonight, so we'll be covered for the next 2 weeks anyhow. And you're working on
Tyler's thing. I haven't even opened it just because I got stuck into preparing. I didn't realize how far we behind. Not how far. I didn't realize it ended last week. I thought we were good till out to
Yeah, yeah.
September. And like everybody, look, our summer's our summer, and so we try to stack everything up so we can preserve some time and then do some. I had the remodel, you had your vacation, and so things kind of set us back a little bit, but not really. I mean, look, it's a podcast, and our data is going to be out there. We try to do the live on Thursdays, no matter what. That's the easiest part for us, and the rest is digging into history and things of that nature.
Well, yeah, we like to get together on Thursdays anyhow, so it's kind of cool to just check in with everybody and see how people's weeks have been going, and just kind of let people know what we've been up to. Now, your remodel, last time you were talking about your home remodel, so that's pretty much wrapped up at this point, right?
Yeah, no, it's finally there. I mean, look, that was it should have been done a lot faster, like completed. But I could only do so much at a time, but whatever, it's done.
Well, it's like anything, especially if you're trying to do a lot of it yourself. I mean, tear one thing down and then you're like, okay, 2 steps backwards and all right, I'll fix this. And then it's 2 steps backwards again. And next thing you know, you're way behind.
And trying to manage with contractors today, COVID, that's another effect of COVID, right? So everything got pushed back. And the way that this got shoved onto me was I wasn't planning on a remodel this year. I had been asking for my contractor, look, can you come by and we'll do this and give me some heads up? And he literally called me. He's like, are we ready to start next week? I'm like, dude, I haven't even thought about this in a year. What do you, I guess. And I didn't want to,
Do we have to?
I'm kind of like, do I tell him, no, let's push it off? And then I'm shoved out to another year. So it was literally a knee jerk reaction into a pretty hefty investment. All of a sudden it was like, all right, we got to start moving this out. And my wife's like, for what? I'm like, well, he's coming Monday. She's like, to do what? I'm like, to tear the whole bedroom apart, remodel the bathroom. She's like, from a year ago? And I said, yeah. And she goes, it's, and it wasn't like it was on a 2-week in advance notice. It was literally on a Wednesday. Can we do this Monday? And I'm like,
whoa.
I think he wanted to do it Saturday is when he wanted to start on like a Wednesday. I'm like, hold up, dude. We need to pause on that for a minute. And at least give me till Monday to talk about this. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So that's how that happened. Then now I wasn't thinking about what the fixtures were going to be like, what exactly the extent of the remodel was going to be, and it just one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Plus, I was knee deep in other stuff that I was already committed to. So
It's a big project.
yeah, and
Right.
then you culminate everything on top of it, plus the podcast. It was a lot to manage.
Yeah.
For me, anyways.
Well, no, I mean, summers get busy and for everybody.
And
I
then
mean,
summer,
yeah,
right?
you know, you got things going on, and you got birthday parties and weddings and play dates and fishing trips. And
I wait all year for fishing,
Right,
and then
yeah.
it just got slammed. So
and that's kind of one of the things that we realized is, you know, we're probably going to do our podcast seasons in the winter. We'll do all our pre-recordings, try to get everything knocked out in the winter when it's dark at 4:00, and you know, we're not out fishing and boating and motorcycling.
but we did good this. I mean, realistically, for our first year of doing this without any formal planning, we just tried to wing
Yeah.
it as best we could. And realistically, we covered up until just this week, and so we'll be back in the saddle.
Yeah, for sure.
On Monday, and everything will be ready to go. So
We'll be back.
whatever. Everybody makes mistakes and misses some things, and we're learning like everybody else. So
Well, we appreciate everybody watching. Ivars, thanks for coming on. I wasn't sure if you wanted to. I didn't know if you'd be too nervous. Are you nervous?
No,
It was pretty easy, right?
I was a little nervous.
Yeah, you're
Before?
fine.
yeah, it's
No.
pretty simple.
So, anything you want to say to your friends and family back home? You can say it in Latvian and then tell us what you said. You say hi to your mom and dad, because I'm going to give you the link. We're going to put this up on our YouTube channel, and it'll be there forever. So, if you
Alright,
got
well,
any
I
words
guess-
for
You
them,
look right there and
I
you
mean,
can
I-
wave at her.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
That's how you say mom and dad in Latvian, huh?
what about your sister?
She probably won't be watching.
She's not going to watch?
No.
She older or younger?
Younger. She's 4 years younger.
Okay.
Well, it's tough to be away from your family, but I think you know, you're chasing your dreams, which is amazing. And you know, hats off to your parents. They sound like amazing people. I hope to meet them someday. I haven't met them yet, but for them to allow you this opportunity, because I know how much it means to you, that says a lot about them as well.
know.
Because for a parent to say goodbye to a child for 8-9 months out of whack, that's a tough thing.
Yeah.
So I wish you the best this season. And
Did you notice the tattoo on his arm?
yeah.
Is that any particular, or does it just happen to be coincidence?
No, I've been watching like Lightning McQueen cars since I was a kid. And,
Yeah, it's 56 though.
Oh, 56+1.
He doesn't have a +1 yet.
He needs a +1. So anyway, we want to thank you guys for checking in, and we will talk to you next Thursday. My name's Rich. I'm a +1.
And I'm Eric. I'm a +1.
and I'm Ivars.
Are you a +1, Ivars?
I'm a +1.
All right. Thanks for watching.